Silver stackers forced to stay in Texas. This is crazy. Here's the good news. If you're going to stack silver, then there's no better state than Texas, hands down. That being said, news out today shows Texans better stay put if they want to continue stacking silver. In this video, I'm going to break this down and show how this key state is leveling the playing field. This is from Reuters, and the headline reads, "Lawsuit over U.S. credit card late fees rule must stay in Texas." And the article begins by saying, the U.S. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau on Tuesday suffered a jurisdictional setback in a lawsuit challenging its new rule capping credit card late fees at $8. I'm sure you've heard this. The cap of $8 for late fees. Credit card delinquencies are just rampant throughout the United States. There's been a cap put in place saying that you have to stop at $8 for these late fees, because late fees can go up to $35 for a late fee, which is really vicious considering that these are people who are already struggling with debt. So to put that late fee on them is just brutal. Texas is one of the few states that has passed this. This is all really coming down to Texas. Check this out. The article says a federal appeals court held the case should stay in Texas and not be sent to a judge in Washington. The ruling was by a 3-judge panel of the New Orleans-based 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. That may sound familiar to you because our war on the administrative state is really being battled in this New Orleans 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. There's been a lot of issues being sent to that court, particularly regarding federal agencies that are under attack by the war on the administrative state. Let's keep going. This article says it was a victory for business and banking groups challenging a key part of the crackdown. Did you notice that? A victory for business and banking groups. This week has been a slap in the face to all of us as silver stackers. We as a community, we are working people. We work regular jobs. We spend our energy trying to swap out this fiat currency into a safe store of wealth, these metals, and it is really a poor man's game. It's a working man's game. I mean, we are just regular people doing this. And just this week, we've seen the first slap in the face came out Monday with a report stating that corporate executives have reached a level in which their pay is the highest that it's been in 14 years. These are executives, the highest in 14 years. And then, in the same breath, we see that Elon Musk has reached this deal of billions of dollars that he's getting paid, billions of dollars. Along with that, we're seeing that if you want to be safe from these credit card debts, you better be in Texas. That is your safe haven, Texas. Now, there's another part to this. According to the CFPB, issuers collected more than $14 billion worth of credit card late fees. $14 billion. And the average fee, this is the article stating this, the average fee was $32. That's the average, was $32. That means people are getting hit above $32. I mean, that is just really painful. So yes, Texas is the place to be for silver stackers. Here's another reason Texas is the place to be. This is also from Reuters, and the headline reads, "The key states driving the U.S. solar power boom." This is really a surprise to me because everybody, when you hear solar power, you think, of course, California. And the article starts by saying, California has long been the dominant player in the U.S. solar sector, but its share of national solar electricity has fallen from 100% in 2003 to under 30% last year. And that rapid drop in California's solar power share reveals that other states have now built up substantial solar capacity footprints of their own. Now, solar, as you know, is tied closely to our price of silver because solar requires, these panels require silver. And the more this demand increases, and every day it is increasing more, the more demand increases for solar energy, the demand for silver increases. And that in turn, of course, impacts our price of silver. So check this out. California remains the top state in terms of solar generation capacity with just over 20,000 megawatts as of 2024. That capacity, however, watch this, in terms of total clean electricity generation, California has lost the top spot to Texas, which has sharply increased both wind and solar output over the past years. So Texas is at the top for solar. They're key for anybody who wants to be safe from these credit card late fees that are just hurting people in a vicious way. the place to be for silver stackers is Texas. And I'm sure anybody who's watching this, who's from Texas, I'm confident that you are nodding your head in agreement. If you're enjoying this video, please hit like, please hit subscribe. It really helps to get this information out there. As solar rolls out and the demand for electric vehicles also continue to roll out in 2024 and coming into 2025, this is going to impact our price of silver because we have a shortage of silver. Period. There's a shortage. There's a huge discrepancy between the demand for silver and the available silver. Even mining companies are saying this. The Silver Institute is saying this. And people complain that the Silver Institute is conservative. Even with their conservative numbers, it shows that every year for the past 3 years, every year the demand for silver is increasing and increasing. And the amount of silver is just not there. So this metal here, this silver is just bound to explode.